Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and for many folks, maybe they're excited for the turkey. Or maybe it's football. Well, for many here in the Bozeman community, they get the most excited for the annual Huffing for Stuffing race. So today, let's talk about how this beloved race came to be. Is this from the first one?
It is. 2007.
John Dudas found her way to Bozeman in 2004, where she didn't know it yet, but she would meet the love of her life. John Dudas.
I remember being at a potluck and mentioning that I had broken up with my boyfriend, and I saw his face and I said, uh-oh.
After about a year and a half of dating, they got married, had 2 boys, and the rest was history. Mia told me about her husband, John, and how for him, running was more than a passion.
For him, it was his identity.
John ran his first marathon in 2002. When he moved to Bozeman in 2004,
He was surprised that back in the early 2000s, there was no Thanksgiving event for Bozeman.
after brainstorming with friends, they decided it was time.
They put out a survey to name the event, and someone came up with Huffing and Puffing for Stuffing. They tweaked it, and it became Huffing for Stuffing.
In 2007, around 1,000 people gathered for the first Huffing for Stuffing, which started at the hospital. The next year, the race grew so much they moved to the Museum of the Rockies. Eventually, in 2014, this race became so big that John had to get some help from HRDC. But it wasn't until 2018 that John faced his worst nightmare.
At age 49, he started having pain in his hips, and that's when he had to stop running.
By 2023, John's health only got worse.
He had been developing some rib cage pain, and it ended up being 10-centimeter long tumor in his esophagus. So he was diagnosed with esophageal cancer, and we knew that he wasn't going to survive that.
John passed away May 29th, 2025. This will be Mia's first Huffing for Stuffing without her running partner. But when I asked Mia how she was doing,
I actually have been surprisingly well. The kids are resilient. We've been keeping it silly at home, singing.
she says the Bozeman community has been there for her and her family every step of the way. For this year's Huffing for Stuffing,
A friend started the We Can Do This group, and so whatever event you're running, you can sign up for We Can Do This.
to help raise money for the family that raised so much for this community. Over the years, the race John started has raised more than $1 million for HRDC.
We're very proud. I don't think he realized what a big impact he had. I like that the kids know of his impact. I hope it inspires them.
In Bozeman, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.